Pierre. Welcome to my YouTube channel. No, I'm just playing. My name is Pierre, though. I am going to show you my code really quickly here. I'm not going to start in the main. I only have 5 minutes, so I got to move along pretty quickly here. This is my base class for everything. I was doing the RPG game, so I created a character class that just kind of has all the basic functionalities that you would have in any particular character. Of course, a character is not something that you actually make in the game, so there are some features that the character class does not have that the derived classes get because they're actual playable characters in the game, but the character class just has kind of some basic stuff that it needs. Here are the variables. You got name, character type, attack type, level, max and current armor, health, and XP. So I have my getters and setters here as well for all those variables, as well as the default constructor for the character class. Down here, this is commented out because, initially I wanted to have a decreased health function that was just kind of basic for all characters. But, based on the different max healths and max and current armors and all that different stuff, I decided to just implement these in the derived classes alone and exclude it from this class because it just didn't make sense. You don't usually take you don't take armor and health from a character. You take it from warrior or wizard or whatever that character is playing as. So the character class does have a level up function, which does have inheritance from the rest of the classes. So these things vary based on the class because of the different max and current values that they have for armor, health, and XP. So those things kind of vary a little bit, and as well, characters will get a new ability when they level up when they hit certain levels. So, but the character class is good for setting some of those things in main that I didn't really depending on what the character type is, it's kind of hard to just have that set up in main. So this is just one place where I can set things like the name, the character type in the main. I can show you that later on when we get in the video. So I do have the save and load features in the character class though because um, that makes the most sense, just having it in one central location. So this is what those look like. These are what the rest of my functions look like for the character class, just my getters and setters right there. And then this is just the default constructor. This is my word class. All the classes pretty much look like this, especially up until this point, till you get to these last six. This is where they vary based on the input of the attack. So you have attack probability, defend, decrease health, which the defend function is already a probability function in itself. It's just a little different. And then I have the two decrease armor and health functions as well as the level up function. So this is what that looks like for my warrior class. Decrease armor, decrease health. Wish I had time to go into what they all actually mean, but basically just depending on the type of character type that attacks that person takes a certain amount of value from the health. So that's for all of the functions, and they all have their special abilities. I'll show off the warrior's special ability right here with the war cry. If his XP gets below 250, he deals double damage. So it's one thing right there. And then this is my wizard class again. Pretty much same things, just has different special abilities and different defend types. As you can see, this one has special ability Mystic Heal, so they all have special abilities. Gonna get into the enemy class here. Enemy class is pretty much set up like the rest of the classes. However, there is a random feature, just so I don't have to input too many different things. It's randomized, and the system kind of takes care of those things. My menu class has all my menus right here and gets in a lot of different values that are set in the main. So these are what all the different menus look like. This is kind of the gist of my ASCII art. Didn't get super creative, but I think my menus are pretty dope. So these are what those menus look like. And then actually getting into the main, got about a minute here on my video. So the main has, I believe, 8 different functions that were set. This is to get the result of the battle. These are all bool functions based on the type of attack combinations, whether you both attack, both the user and the CPU are trying to attack, or if the user is defending and CPU is attacking, blah blah blah, all that stuff. This function is set up for A while loop that keeps the battle going while both of them have health until one of them, basically doesn't have health anymore. This helps. This function is, our first hit function, basically kind of, you flip a coin, you get the move first. And this is kind of the implementation of that. These are just basically the same functions, but inside of the while loop. This is where I set all of my different variables for the menu and for the do while and switch statements, right? I output my menu right here. A user basically, they see in menu input, and depending on where it goes case one, which is the majority of where the code is for this. You go through, enter a character type, you set the name. It gives you another menu screen if you try to quit, or else it takes you to kind of the base game menu where it kind of introduces you to the game, tells you about your character based on your character type, and then you're thrown right into battle. You're flipping a coin, and at this point, once you figure out who fights first, this is where kind of all the health and armor are set, and the enemy is created. And from this point, you select an action and you fight until one of you guys win. Once you win, this is at the end of this statement where the save functionality will be placed, right? And then this is the level up feature right here. And then the rest of these are where you load your game. And then this shows a character menu. So they have, you can view your characters. So this is kind of gets an in-depth view on what your character can actually do, their special abilities, all those different things. And then I have an actual quit menu for when you're ready to quit, all put inside the do while statement. So I'll do a quick run through of the game. And I don't have time to actually go through the whole game. This is building right now. It's trying to create a Git depository too. Okay, that's not good. I don't know where all these areas are coming from. Okay, what I'm gonna do is take you through an iteration of a game that was already played. Okay, so don't mind the errors. So this is the main menu screen. So person selected one, which takes them to the new menu. They selected their character type, was a wizard, gives you kind of the special ability. They put their name, and from then on, you battle the enemy. And as you can see, based on the attack probability, you will land or not land an attack, and then they'll take your armor and take your health as well until your health gets all the way down to 0, where, as you can see, you keep fighting, keep going through the iteration of game till it ends. So thank you for looking at my code. Hope it makes sense. I hope you guys want to play this game. I'd love to show it to you.